Now that we know how to discount one cash flow 1 year from now, we can also think about how to discount multiple cash flows from over multiple years. This is more general question and problem associated with any investment of any kind, and the answer fundamentally is to discount cash flows over multiple years to bring them back into the present. The only trick is that if investor waits more than 1 year, we have to discount cash flows multiple times. For every year that a cash flow makes investors wait, we have to discount it again. Now, what if there is a cash flow that investors have to wait 2 years for? If investor only discount it once, they've brought it back to year one, but not back to the present. So cash flow 2 years from now divided by 1 plus r altogether squared, the first time we discount, we bring it back to the year one. The second time we do it, that's the squaring, we bring it back to year zero. Remember the logic behind the investments. Every time you make me wait, I'm going to charge you extra. How much I'm going to charge? That's a good question. Well, I'm going to charge by opportunity cost. This is going to be my underlying interest rate or discount rate. Remember this. Discounting over multiple years is similar to discounting over 1 year, except that the 1 year discounting process has to be repeated over and over and over again. We can simply modify the original equation to handle more years. So to discount cash flows, we divide the cash flow by 1 plus the discount rate expressed as a percentage raised to the number of the years in the future that the cash flow will be received. As you can see in the formula, it's displayed and you can find it in your handouts. R is annual discount rate or interest rate. T is the number of years in the future. The subscript next to the cash flow indicates the year that the cash flow will be received. The key idea is that for every additional year of waiting, you have to discount the flows more, because for each year of waiting, you have to charge additional amounts. Go back to the logic that I just mentioned. In other words, discounting over multiple periods is reversed of compounding over multiple periods. And here is the formula, and you can find it in your handouts too, this formula. Example of present value over multiple periods can be $100,000 payment 5 years in the future. And if interest rate is equal 5%, and if you use the formula that we just learned, present value will be $78,350. Please note this important conclusion. As discount rates rise, future cash flows unsurprisingly, become worth less, worth a lot less. Similarly, if interest rates are extremely low, like zero, for example, there is no compensation for investing and waiting. So there is no incentive for investments. There are some important issues related with discounted cash flow analysis using over multiple periods when we deal with multiple cash flows. Well, how to take a series of cash flows and collapse them down into today's values? Well, if we have cash flows from multiple years, adding them up is incorrect. It is not correct to consider each cash flow received at different times. Future cash flows must be discounted back to the present. Why? Because it is like adding up apples and oranges and bananas. Since they each arrive at a different times, they are incomparable. So what discounting does is bring everything back, all those different cash flows in the multiple periods, bring them back into the present and make everything into apples. And after discounting, we can add all those present values of all these cash flows and figure out what today's values are. Well, guys, we are almost at the end of this very important topic. I'm sure you are learning a lot, and please remember that this is fundamental concept and you are going to use this concept in your career, in future, and please learn, take notes, do your additional research and additional reading, and very soon we will start our case study. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye.